teaching of cadets?
I've got the timetable somewhere, so I'll have a talk about that in a minute.
Okay.
So welcome everyone to Ashford College. This is for health and social care. So my name is Helen, I'm one of the health and social care lecturers here, and I teach alongside my colleague Sam Dengate and my colleague Margaret. And I've got Holly here, who's one of our level 3 year 1 health and social care students, who has kindly given up some of her time to hopefully sort of have a little bit of chat about what the course is like. So we offer a range of health and social care courses, from adult courses, short courses if you are looking to move into employment, up to a full 2-year level 3. That is what Holly's doing if you want to go to university, this gives you enough UCAS points to be able to apply for higher education. So as I just said, it's a 2-year course. So Holly's currently on her first year. How are you finding it so far?
Personally, I've really enjoyed it. You can definitely notice the change between secondary school and being in college, because I did health and social 3 years prior in secondary school, and being taught as a secondary school student to being taught as a college student, there's a vast difference. It's amazing how you get treated more like an adult than a child, and the course in itself, it's a lot less censored in a way. You get taught very immediate, very raw stuff, and because you won't be able to ever get the full feel of the course without getting taught like the hard stuff as well. But overall, it's been an absolutely amazing experience, and it's really helped me pinpoint and depict exactly what I want to do within the health and social care setting.
That's a really interesting comment, actually, because a lot of people come along saying, I know I want to work in health and social care, but I don't actually know what yet.
Yeah.
Yes, but for you, you feel, having had the different learning and the different areas, it's actually helped you think about what route you want to take.
Exactly. It's like through secondary school, I was like, I want to do something within health and social, and I had a rough idea what type of field I wanted to go into, but it wasn't until I joined Ashford College and started doing health and social that I could pinpoint exactly what I wanted to do. And it made me realise that being an occupational therapist is the exact thing I've always imagined. And it definitely, and especially learning about the role as well, really brought everything together. And especially seeing job opportunities that's around me, and seeing what I'd have to achieve to be the best occupational therapist I can. It's very much in black and white, and there isn't much you can miss. It's very easy to understand. It's very easy to go, and Ashford College in itself very much supports you in what way you want to go. They would never push you or be like, you should do this because of what you can do. They're very much if you want to do it, you should, because I think this and this. But and then at the end of it, they're normally but it's your choice.
So if you're going to be an occupational therapist, which of course you will be, because she's fabulous, you have to go to university and do a degree, as you know, which you're probably in the process of preparing for. How are you finding all of that, and have you been supported with that as well?
Definitely, my family and the college, and just generally just the people around me have been very supportive. And through friends of friends, I've been looking into universities, even though it's a year and a half away. That year and a half goes quick.
Oh, it does.
It goes very, very quick. and I've kind of settled with the idea of going to Brighton University.
Okay.
Because I have someone I know, that older brother goes to Brighton University, and all I've ever heard is good things. I've heard the good and the bad, but the good things are really good. And I looked into their health and social course and how I would go on the path of being an occupational therapist through university, and they offer so much. And I even looked into the funding that goes towards the course in the university, and it's incredible. And I think it'd be a lovely smooth transition from Ashford to Brighton, even though it's a bit of a jump geographically.
No, but I think you're right. I mean, I think obviously we've obviously got Tom here, who is our careers support, and he obviously, and I'm sure he's helped you with your UCAS application. Definitely. And your personal statement and all that stuff, which is, is enough of it's quite a complex process as well, isn't it? I wouldn't want to do it on my own. I like the fact that you've got an experienced person to guide you through that. But also I'm thinking, you know, obviously here we give all our students have access to a Microsoft 365 account, and a lot of universities use that. And did you use that at school previously?
Yes, for my last year in year 11, because
good. So
you've had
some experience. That's right, absolutely. And where we've had to do a lot of online, it's been invaluable, hasn't it? Really.
Definitely.
But those IT skills that you learn and those digital skills will really help you in university. You know, you're going to feel quite confident with those before you even get to university.
Exactly, and one thing that's been really helpful when easeful about the college is that financially as well, they're very supportive and understanding financial, like with the Microsoft 365.
Yeah.
We don't have, the students do not have to pay for it.
Yes, I agree.
And nearly all of our main academic resources are completely free and funded by, well, not completely free, but they're funded by the college. And people that do have financial struggles, they
worry about textbooks.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they won't be able to afford textbooks.
No,
and
I totally
especially
understand
the
that.
whole my dog ate my homework situation as well.
Yeah, there's no getting out.
There's no getting out of that one. Trust me, I learned the hard way.
We also have our eHub, and you can borrow a laptop there if you want to work in eHub. And I think because from along the same line, not everybody has a laptop at home. Not everybody has Wi-Fi. We have Wi-Fi in the building as well, and you can come in on your study days, can't you, and use the facilities. So there's no problem with any
exactly. And the bursary office themselves as well.
Very nice.
Amazing people, and you could ask them any question, obviously to do with the bursary, and they will be able to answer it in a very just in an easy way for you to understand. There's no lengthy words in it, and they don't overcomplicate it. They're very straightforward people.
And tell me what you've been learning about in year one. What have your units been about?
Unit 1 personally has been my favourite.
Okay.
Because it's what I'm used to. It's my comfort zone.
So that's your human lifespan, isn't it?
My human lifespan, that was great. My unit 7, unit 7's, it is hard. I will admit.
Safeguarding. Yeah.
It is hard, and especially, and also it is also very emotionally as well.
Yes, and you said that earlier, didn't you?
Definitely.
And I think that was a really good reflection, actually.
Because it's not just the whole health and social, old babies and old people and people getting old. There is a lot more behind it, and it is there's been points where emotionally it's kind of wow, this stuff actually happens.
Yes.
And it really does open your eyes, but also at the same time it's extremely fascinating. And being able to sit in this course and sit at that table and learn all this is just something I remember for the rest of my life. It's one of the biggest privileges I've had. And it's great. And my unit, is it unit 2?
Yep.
As well, unit 2. I'm a bit wobbly with my unit 2. It's because that's when we have our 2-hour sessions on a Wednesday.
Yep, and that's our working practices, isn't it? So it's about actually getting out there and doing the job. And I think at the moment, that's a little bit harder to understand. However, we are starting work experience soon.
Exactly, and
so
work experience.
I think, because it's actually about getting out there and doing the job once you get on your work experience. One of the really valuable parts of the level 3 course is the work experience element, and you do a lot of hours. You do about 100 hours in year 1 and I think more in year 2, if I remember. So I can't remember the exact hours off the top of my head. But it's a lot of hours actually in industry with an employer in an area that you are hopefully interested in. Have you chosen where you're going yet?
No, not quite yet, because it's more the fact I have too many options. And
You've made it too appealing.
I made it way too, exactly.
Okay.
But knowing, because personally with me, I'm a very physical learner.
Yeah.
I'm very much get my hands dirty, want to go out and do it and physically be in it at the moment. And the course offering work experience it fits everyone's category.
Yes.
And work experience, it's such a pure, because I don't think you could pass the course without work experience.
Well, you can't anyway. You have to do it.
Anyway.
But I understand what you mean. It's that being able to relate your theory to practice, isn't it?
And everyone will react completely differently to the same situation.
Yep.
And seeing people's reactions, and also just dealing with your own reaction towards it, positively and negatively. It's very character building. The whole course contributes to your character building.
Yeah, that's a really nice way to put it, actually. Yeah. And we've got some really, really supportive employers in Ashford who really want to support our students to develop, and they are their future workforce at the end of the day. So we've got some really good relationships there, and we've got our work our workplace industry officers here, Annie and Anita, who work really, really hard to make sure that you get your placement that you want, it was safe. We've done all the checks and, you know, so it's safe for you to go, it's safe for the employer, it's safe for the service users, and the universities love a bit of work experience. So when you're applying for that OT course, the fact that you have got a lot of work experience hours on your application is a really positive thing.
It's the same with like getting a job as well. You're more appealing if you've had a job prior.
And our employers will often, you know, if you've had a good work experience, our employers are always happy to write references for jobs as well, which obviously is nice to have one come from an actual employer. I think we've got some questions just to finish off our time.
5 minutes.
Right.
What does a typical lesson look like?
A typical lesson. It's nothing too crazy. We go in, we settle down. Sam does the register as normal. Sam's my teacher, and it's normally we have a PowerPoint that relates to what we're going to do, and we go through this PowerPoint that Sam's created, and we write things down. We answer questions, and Sam personally makes things very interactive. So there's a lot of times where we can ask questions, and he asks us questions. Like behaviour and like atmosphere wise, it's lovely. You don't feel so like tense, and like if you move the wrong way you're going to get told off. It's very relaxed but sophisticated environment.
And it is what you said at the beginning about it being an adult environment. I mean, obviously there are rules. Everywhere has rules.
And regulations.
Yeah, you know, even your jobs have rules. Everything has rules. But I think you are right. It is about those important ones really, and thinking about your employability skills and things like your punctuality and that. You've got to be on time for work. You've got to be on time for college, haven't you? So that sort of mirroring of that, I suppose, really. But again, it depends what we're doing in the lesson. So some of it's self-study, we're getting you ready for university. Some of it is more lecture-led. Sometimes it's group work, and it's sort of a bit of a mixture, really, isn't it?
Definitely, yeah. It has been hard to get group work incorporated with the lessons due to COVID.
Good old COVID,
and especially because we have just come back from Christmas as well. But how we do incorporate group work, we get the tables, we make a massive square, and we socially distance around them, so it's still group work, but it's still safe and it's a safe environment.
Okay, yeah. Have we got any others?
I think it's an important part of social health, health and social care, having to cope with COVID, because obviously your job wouldn't stop.
Oh yes, yes, absolutely, yeah. So,
what are the class sizes like?
In yours?
In my class,
but I want to say 15 or 16.
Yeah, but between 15 and 20, like around there. I'm someone that works very well in smaller groups, and with our class, and also the classroom itself definitely contributes to how it feels. And I like the numbers. It's not too many, but it's not enough. And where we are quite spaced out as well, it feels full, but without the noise. And
because if you have too few, you can't dance off each other, can you? You need a certain amount if you want to do group work, so you want to do that. But if you have too many, you get a bit lost, don't you?
And where we are quite
nice sizes
as well. I mean, we are quite like a small-ish compact group. We get to know each other. There's not so many to know and remember names of, and I can confidently say that I've spoken and had a full conversation with every single person in my class because of where it is a nice number. We get to know them without being crowded.
Any more?
I think I'll probably sum up with things like the variety of jobs you can get with this. Like, do you have any good success stories?
I mean, what is there? There's over 350 jobs in the NHS alone, and we haven't even touched on social care yet.
No.
So I think it would be very difficult to say about the variety of jobs. It is an underpinning health and social care course. You can follow any health and social care path. And I think, as you were saying, you get to explore roles that you didn't even know existed.
My older brother, he was he went through secondary, college and university, but even when he left university, he went straight to a job, and he weren't too sure what he wanted to do. And I'd come home from school from here and talk about health and social and say what it involves, and then he started asking more questions back. Well, now we're in January of 2022, and he has been in the health and social care field for about 6 months now, purely through the fact of my education influenced another person that's not even in education anymore.
To think about that as a career route.
Great success
Okay.
story. All right. Do you guys want to do a little summary? anything you want to share?
I don't know if I mean, I was just going to mention that there is a mixture of assessments, because I know I get that asked that a lot at open evenings, and then some is exam and some is assignment, and there is quite a mix, isn't there? So I know some people feel a bit worried about that. Obviously you need your maths and English as well.
Personally, I'm retaking my maths as well, and it's very easy to incorporate as well. It's not so stressful.
We do have some adult courses, but you've got to be quite dedicated.
Definitely.
You know, but there are other options if you haven't got your maths and English. As I said, there is a range of courses. So I would say that you know, we have talked quite predominantly about, well, we've been quite general, but you're a level 3 student. There are other courses available, including short courses. So I would say, if you're not sure on the right course for you, it's a case of dropping us an email or, you know, asking the questions so that, you know, we can see about a course that fits you.
And there's one thing I would like to mention for anyone that is like worried or just concerned about it. I receive quite a lot of exam help due to like, I struggle with dyslexia, and being is it ASL?
ALS.
ALS.
Yeah. Additional learning support.
That one. The additional learning support team are incredible
They
people.
really are good.
And I was here my first day in September. On my first exact day, I got called into an office and they went through all my exam help and double checked this is what I'm still getting and this is what I still want to receive. And it was absolutely amazing. And I got offered stuff that I haven't been offered before, like a reading pen, and that has helped me.
Okay, yeah.
Like miles. It's done great. And I sat one of my first practice exams for health and social not that long ago. It was just before Christmas. And I used my exam help and it made everything so much easier, and I didn't feel so stressed, I didn't feel so tense, and also with my teacher in the room with us as well, I felt like if for whatever reason I needed to like take a break or I got stressed out, someone was there that I knew and that knew me. And that knew the additional support that I received, and it was a brilliant atmosphere, and it's a lot better than being stuck in a sports hall, because I think we've all been there doing our exams.
Yes. Okay. Wonderful. Thank you very much. Thanks, Holly.
No, yeah, thanks for watching as well.
Thanks for watching. Right.